Yo, welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2.
Episode 2. I got the headphones on.
Big.Brain.Boys.
Now I got the headphones on. I mean, you guys didn't see it in the last one, but Chase
I
had
the headphones on, yeah.
Now
It was
my turn. It's
pretty
my
crazy.
turn.
All right, so obviously this one's different because we're doing video.
Yeah, word. What's up with that, Chase?
It was, I had a lot of people texting me saying, we want to see your beautiful faces.
Yeah. I mean,
Where they at, though?
we still are bathing our feet. We're not going to show you guys that, but we are bathing our feet.
So everyone, basically, the number one request that I got from last episode was like, okay, like I'd rather have like video,
Right.
and like see you guys doing stuff. So we were like, you know what, fuck it,
Let's
like,
just do it.
We have a camera,
We got the
may
camera.
as well.
We have the space. Let's just do it. I upgraded. I bought the pop filters, so the
We
video
upgraded for
shouldn't
you
be.
guys, bro.
It shouldn't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't sound like this.
So,
It sounds like this. And nice
thank
and
you for
beautiful.
everyone that has subscribed and viewed our last video.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
I'm looking at it right now, and at this time, I'm gonna
Throw up some statistics.
I'm gonna do a ballpark estimate since it's only one view off. We're already at 300 views in a week, and
Yeah.
that's insane. 86 subscribers, the Instagram 40 followers. I mean, you guys have been showing
thank you. Like,
overwhelming support. It's insane.
I mean, it may not seem like giant numbers compared to like the grand scheme of YouTube and all that stuff, but like,
But to us, to somebody,
Yeah.
so we started this last week. Exactly, we came up with the idea literally a week ago.
yeah,
Like
like
on
we did
Monday
it like the
night.
night of. So just thank you for everyone who's like giving us
Yeah.
feedback on it and
Really
who's like
appreciate
actually
it.
like taking the time out of their day to watch everything. Like, that's
It's nice
awesome.
it's nice and short. I think the 20-minute max was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a good.
I concur.
Yeah, I concur with that statement.
All right, so this episode is going to be about relationships.
Okay.
We didn't really like discuss much about it, so we're just kind of like hop into it,
Yeah, we're gonna just
talking
kinda,
about how just like dating has changed throughout the years and
right.
people's mindsets behind dating and stuff.
Okay. But now, before we go into that, I do want to say something about last week's episode. So I made a statement about how if there's like for people who are feeling like they need to help, how they need for people who are feeling like they need to reach help, that it's easily available. And I just want to say that I know for some people it's not, whether it comes to insurance or things like that. I didn't really think about that when I was talking
Yeah.
about it. So I just wanted to brush up on that. I didn't want to, just push that to the side,
Yeah,
acting like I knew what was.
Yeah, I don't want to seem ignorant about
Yeah.
things.
So I just want to say, for those people who can't afford it, I mean, there's
Places like to go though.
there
that
are still
free.
things that you can do. There's hotlines you can call. There's there's people you can call. There's things.
Definitely.
There's still things that you can do that are affordable. But I wasn't really thinking about that because everybody I know it is available to. So I
Yeah.
was really talking to people like myself, since it's easily available to me. But
Mhm.
for the people out there who aren't like me and don't have it as easily available as everybody else, there are still things you can do. It might not be one-on-one therapy, but there are still things you can do to seek that help. I just wanted to say that before going into this one because I've been thinking about it all week.
Well said, my friend.
So a little brush up, a little fixing of my words.
Little brush.
We're not biased up in here. We like to keep it real. Keep it real up on the show.
We keeps it real out here.
We keeps it real, my brothers. Now, all right, going into we're the second week. We moved on from that first week. Said and done.
We upgraded everything for you guys.
Really. I mean, we both invested some money into this so far. I
Yeah.
mean, next is a new computer, but that's a little more down the line.
Yeah, down the line.
But all right, so let's go into relationships, like Chase said.
I think that what you said is like a great thing though to start it off, like, because I think everyone can agree that like breakups are fucking horrible and
Yeah.
they suck.
Oh yeah.
And
We've all been
like
there.
you're so used to like being with someone like pretty much almost every day or
Right.
like multiple days a week, and then like to go from like that transition to like not seeing them at all is like really, really rough, and you feel like alone. Like
You've invested so much time into that person, like you don't realize how much it like is a part of your daily routine.
Like you might like, and even some people think that like, oh, this is like best for me, and then like they'll like a week later they'll be like, oh, like I made a mistake, like I shouldn't
Right.
have broken up with that person. It's a very lonely feeling. Like no matter how many friends you have, like no matter how many people are there for you, like you still feel alone. It's a sucky
Yeah.
feeling. It's like you lost a home basically.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, and that's what it is like psychologically.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you're so used to like having like pretty much almost a dependence on that person.
Right.
Then,
Even though you might not realize that, like you might say like you need some alone time from that person, which is okay during the relationship.
yeah, that's a healthy
But
thing.
once you don't have them to go back to, it's like, wow, I fucked up. Like you realize that you fucked up, or
And,
they
like,
realize that they fucked up.
There'll be like situations where you think you'll be okay, and then like it's completely different than like putting yourself in that situation in your head,
Right.
and then actually being in that situation.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to like judge your emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just wanted to get that, everybody
Segue
everybody
into it.
feels like shit after a breakup,
Yeah.
There's no fucking getting away from that and just like being turn that off.
Yes, it's the work boss. Yo, shout out to my boy Nick over at Five Guys. But you interrupted my podcast, but no, it's okay. But yeah, no, everybody feels like shit after a breakup, but yo,
the homies are there for you.
the homies are there for you, and like I said in the last episode, she ain't worth it, brother. She ain't worth it,
or he ain't worth it
or
for the ladies out there.
For the ladies out there, or they ain't worth it for
because
a
there's
polyamorous
whether
brothers.
you're gay, lesbian, straight, there's always going to be a problem. There is no superior gender. There's always going to be some fucking stupid drama.
Always. That's just how relationships work, and that's why we're here to talk about it.
Exactly.
But
so
they ain't the same.
yeah, they've definitely changed throughout the
same.
years,
They ain't the same. Nowadays nobody wants a serious Nobody wants a serious relationship. We should have got water.
Yeah, that's
Chase, Chase, talk to them for a minute. I'm gonna go get some water. Hold on, I'll be right back.
You know what? Perfect. So basically, like, you're always gonna feel like shit. We established that, and then now we're talking about how, like, relationships have changed so much over the years. Like just like 30 years ago, marriage rates have gone down and stuff like that, and it's just been like a significant change that we really haven't seen in society. And I think part of it is because of social media and the internet and everything. It's so easy to just like go on Bumble or go on Tinder and just like find someone, and basically all people.
The finest New York tap water money has to not buy because it's tap water. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had a little throat moment. No,
I was talking about how easy it is to just find someone to like fuck these days.
Yeah,
and how
honestly,
like with
like,
Tinder and Bumble.
Yeah, it's like kind of what everybody's doing. Like it's just the easiest.
I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, I paid for Tinder, and it's really weird to think about because all I did was fuck these girls.
Yeah.
It's like he's paying to fuck them basically, and it's just like a really weird
Isn't that
thing.
illegal?
Not in Amsterdam.
They
got the prostitutes union up there. They got the benefits and everything.
Well, I mean, if they're thriving, then you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
power to the people.
To each their own. That's what I say.
Yeah, if they like it, I hope. But Chase is totally right. Like that's it's so. I mean, me personally, I've never used any of the dating websites, but it seems to be like that's the only thing that people are using it for. Is just hookups, and it's really it's a shame because that's the only thing that people are looking for is hookups. Nobody wants to be in a serious relationship. You'd be lucky if you find somebody who wants to be in a serious relationship.
Like it's like a fucking gem now to find someone who actually wants something serious.
Yeah.
Or like even just someone that takes you serious. When you want something serious. Like I know that Tinder is pretty like it's kind of like a toxic environment. Like it makes people like especially like social media and all that kind of stuff like. It makes people feel like crap because, like, all you're seeing a part of someone's life is like all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this person's life is like perfect. Like
it's manipulative.
They're never having a dull moment in their life. They're never going through anything tough. It's like, wow, my life really sucks compared to this person.
Meanwhile, they probably have it twice as worse as you do.
Yeah.
And they just don't show it.
That's another thing. Is a lot of people. I mean, I'm not saying this is everyone, but people who post a lot on social media are like, some of them can be very, very insecure, and like the number of likes and comments they get is to like validate themselves and feel like they're like, just to like validate them as a person and stuff like that.
Right. Now here's the thing, I just want to say maybe we should segue into a social media. Little thing to say about social media. You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
Because we're kind of going that way. But I mean, any last comments about relationships? Like,
well, I just feel like with relationships, like everyone's like, oh, the most important thing is like communication and trust.
Right.
But like, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
They're
you
two
need-
things that
yeah,
you need together, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to trust someone if they don't communicate with you?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to tell your partner everything. There's still things that that are still like very, very personal, and maybe you don't want your partner knowing.
And
that's
there's
all
nothing
right.
wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
As long
that's
as
all
it's
right.
like nothing like, you know.
Yeah, not like you fucking hooked up with
Yeah.
someone else. You know?
As long as it's nothing
I'm
like
saying
that.
like something like
personal things,
like family stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Things that may have like they might trigger you or things like that you don't want to talk about. That's okay to not talk about.
Yeah.
But if it's something like I don't know. If it's something that you should talk about or anything else other than like a personal issue that you feel uncomfortable discussing, talk about it. Like these are things.
Exactly,
These are things that help a relationship thrive. Is being open with each other and
like
knowing these things about each other.
Trust and communication go hand in hand together. Like,
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So moving forward to social media.
Yeah, moving forward to social media.
I like this topic we got going.
Yeah, because he mentioned it, and I was thinking, why don't we just?
Because that's a huge thing to do with relationships, like social media.
Yeah.
Now. Because
a lot of people meet on, like we were saying, with the Tinder, and a lot of people meet on Instagram and Snapchat and like
Twitter,
social media
Twitter.
models. Like, what is that? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I listen.
I mean, to each their own. Some people are like doing great with all that stuff. But
Here's what I don't understand about it, though. I mean, if you want to be a social media model, totally, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's just like if you're advertising yourself, like if you're a model and you're advertising yourself on your social media, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
but if you're only doing it on, like, you're just posting yourself on Instagram and calling yourself a so-called social media model, I don't know.
In a way, they are like the term now is like social media influencers.
Influencer,
but
okay.
They basically are influencers, because like say
they have thousands of followers. Yeah, everybody sees them.
They'll go on vacation somewhere, and it's like, oh, they're with their girlfriend. They have like this perfect life and stuff like that. And a lot of that is just like bullshit. And like I said earlier, like that just makes people feel like really, really bad about themselves. Like,
because they see you doing all these amazing
especially
things.
People, if you're an overthinker like me, like you'll be like, wow, why is their relationship so perfect? Like, what's wrong with my relationship? Like even if you get into like debates or like arguments so every once in a while, and then you see that it's like, wow, they have like a perfect relationship. Like, is mine like wrong? And you start to like question things. It makes you just feel like trash.
Yeah,
And a lot of the times it's very fake. Like I've witnessed like people like that I know, like on social media, everything is absolutely perfect. Picture perfect and stuff like that. And then like when you actually see them or like witness them, it's like
they're totally different.
Train wreck.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Like they pose as like something else. Also, like they'll pose as like this picture perfect couple, and like, or just just people. They'll like, they don't even have to be a couple. It just be people, and they'll pose as like their best friends. But when they're together, it's like one person's in charge, or it's like, it's a train wreck. It really is a train wreck.
And I feel like a lot of people these days do not really know the difference between like the aspects of a healthy relationship and the aspects of an unhealthy relationship.
Right. Yeah.
And like even adults don't know this shit, because adults will try to fix their relationship by having a kid.
Yeah, that's not the wave. Not the wave.
Definitely not the wave.
Yeah, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
And like I'm 19 and I see this like happen to people.
Yeah. People our age, honestly.
It's like, nothing wrong with having a baby young.
Nothing wrong. If you feel like you can do it and that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
I totally support. As long as you can support the child and that's what you want to do, go for it. I say, do whatever you want if you're ready to be a parent. But for the people who can't and they just do it just to, I mean, an accident is one thing. You can't blame anyone for an accident, but
that just.
But
sucks,
if you do it on purpose just to try and fix a relationship, don't bring a kid into that. If it's not working, it's not working. Don't bring.
They'll try like
that.
these weird things to try and fix their relationship and be like, oh, like this baby is gonna fix everything.
Right.
Like I've seen
make
this.
It worse.
I've read things like this on Reddit before, and like I've seen it literally happen like firsthand to people I went to high school or had college classes with.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you said, to each their own. Like every situation is different.
Everybody's different. Comes from a different background.
If you try to like, if you're already in a toxic relationship and you think things like that are gonna fix it, it's just not, because
it's gonna make it worse.
In a relationship, both people have to put in what they get out.
Exactly.
It is a 50-50 thing.
It is.
Like your boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe they're not feeling well that day. Maybe they're tired. Some days you got to give a little bit more than you get.
Right.
And that's okay. That's just part of being a relationship.
Exactly. You got to be there for each other.
Exactly. Because a relationship is compromise. That's
Exactly.
literally all a relationship is.
Other than
like
trust and communication.
Yeah, obviously.
Compromise.
That's a
you're
gigantic
You're dependent
thing.
on each other. You have to be there for each other.
Especially when you get into like the later stages of it and like
Yeah.
to like the actual like adult life,
Yeah.
'Cause it's just a giant part of your life, and it's a very hard thing to balance, especially when you've been with someone for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you keep it, like exciting, and how do you, because everyone goes through the puppy dog phase,
Yeah.
where like
You're,
you can hang with
each other.
yeah, like you can hang with each other like every day and not get sick of each other. But
Right.
eventually, like that does fade,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still there in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like same thing happens with friends, like you can't hang with the same exact friend every day. But there are cases where
Marvin does. Marvin hangs out with the same people every night. Shout out to Zorilla time.
Yeah,
But,
love Marvin.
love Marvin. Marvin's the boy. But
like eventually you'll get sick of people,
yeah.
or like something will happen. But then again, there are exceptions to everything. I've seen
Yeah.
couples that hang every day for like the past like 6 years. They've been together since like sophomore year in high school.
If that works for them,
Yeah,
go for it.
That's
but
the
always
thing. That's-
dedicate time to the boys. Just saying.
yeah. Dedicate time to the
Gotta
boys.
dedicate some time to the boys. Got a boys' night. I always tell Siobhan, it's boys' night tonight. Except I tell her that every night of the week. But but here's the thing: for people who are in relationships like that, did it stop?
I think it stopped.
When did it stop?
Stopped at like 16. Technical difficulties. It's okay.
Technical difficulties. I mean, even if the video cuts out for a second,
Yeah.
you can just make it say technical difficulties and still
Exactly.
All right, whatever.
We're fine. The audio didn't cut out, so we're good.
Yeah, the audio's still good.
Stopped at like 16 minutes. So
All right. Well, what was I saying anyway? Oh, so for the people who do hang out every single day, that might be a way of masking up their terrible relationship. They might do that to make it feel like, okay, if I hang out with my significant other every day, it might get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they have no time for themselves, so it's just a snowball.
I agree.
It's just a snowball. You're just saying, all right, I'll hang out with them. That's so we'll reconnect, but at the same time, I'm not doing anything for myself, so I'm losing touch with myself, so I don't enjoy anything anymore, and I already don't enjoy my time with this person.
Resentment builds up.
Exactly, and then you start to hate them because they make you not do the things that you want to do, even though you're choosing to spend more time with them, and it just
It's
gets
very
worse and worse.
complicated thing. I've personally like went through that myself. Like I felt like with my ex, like I had to hang with her like all the time. Like if I wasn't doing anything, I felt like it was stupid. Like why wouldn't I hang out with my girlfriend? But
Right.
then that was like a thing. It was just like, you can't hang out with someone too much. You need to miss them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you need to hang out with your boys. You need to hang out with your family and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's as
Exactly.
simple as that.
Exactly.
You
So
know,
that's
like-
that's the brainiac word of
Yeah.
the day.
That's the brainiac sentence.
The bra- the
Distance
bra-
makes the heart grow fonder.
There you go. The brainiac. sentence
Shout
of
out to
the
my
day.
mom for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Susan.
Shout out to Susan on that one. Shout out to Susan.
All right, I think this has been a fucking phenomenal episode. so
Yeah,
far.
honestly, like I said in the last one, I kind of don't want it to end, but I mean it's good.
We'd
though.
rather have you wanting.
more than just
Then-
giving it all in
yeah,
this one episode and then
and
the rest of
then-
them be shit.
Exactly.
But yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. I mean, we're
Yeah.
gonna keep the audio rolling, which is no video on that one spot.
Yeah.
But
It'll be fine. I'll edit it.
We'll edit
We'll
it,
be
chop
good.
it up a little bit, but
So just thank you guys for all the support
Yeah,
that you've been giving
seriously.
us. Like honestly, this is like phenomenal. Like it makes me feel so good, and it makes us even more motivated to just keep doing the podcast and everything. So
yeah, really.
thanks. If you're watching this, please subscribe, please like it and everything. Follow us.
Yeah, share it,
Big.Brain.Boys. Yeah, share it, please.
Share
anything,
it, please.
anything you guys would do will help us out tremendously. So
So we're gonna be taking. So are we gonna be taking next Monday off? Like we're gonna have an episode coming out next Tuesday. But are we gonna be taking Monday off or?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. So
we'll discuss that
if
behind the scenes.
we'll discuss it behind the scenes. But even if we do take Monday off or whatever, we'll still have an episode for you guys next week, no matter what. There will be an episode every week, no matter what happens.
No matter what.
So whether we film it later today or later in the week, we'll have an episode for next week also, and an episode for tomorrow, which when this comes out will be today, which will be Tuesday at 8 p.m.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks so much for watching.
Shout out to the Big Brain Nation.
for the support, the BBB Nation. I'm your CHH Steve.
I'm your CHH Chase.
And if you don't know what that means, it's co-host host. I said it in something. I don't remember what it was. I think the
Last
Instagram
episode.
story. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. And
Peace.
yeah. Big Brain Boys, brother.